Hello, this is Asher Elron from Dynamic Search. Today we're going to learn how to find guest blog partners. The process is simple, repetitive, but will require some knowledge with Excel and using Gmail. You're going to be provided with an Excel sheet with the list of URLs. The URL is going to be listed under column A. The Excel sheet has 8 columns. You're going to be using only the one that marked in green. You have 5 columns that marked in green: first round, second round, rejected, email, form used. Let's quickly review the Excel sheet and its columns. Column A is the list of URLs that you're going to be visiting and inspecting one by one. Since column B marked in black, you will not be using this column. This is the second phase that you might be responsible later, but right now you're going to be looking at the green columns. Column C, first round. When you're going to be contact the site owner, you're going to be marking 1 right next to the corresponding URL. If the site owner wasn't responsive, you're going to be doing a second round of contact. At this time, you're going to have their contact information, so it's going to be quicker, but you're going to mark it on column D, just like that. If the site owner replied back to your email and he rejected your offer, you're going to mark 1 at rejected. Obviously, when you're going to visit the URL that we gave you, just right here, you're going to be looking for an email address or a contact form, preferably email address. If you find the contact form and you couldn't find email address, you're going to mark 1 just over here. If you did find the email address, you're going to plug it in under the column email address. Let's take a quick look how a similar Excel sheet looked like after we worked on it. You can see that some of the fields are filled up. There is different words that we are using, different color codes. Obviously, we received already the emails and the first contact was made. I won't confuse you with this form too much because we're going to be working on the empty one that you're going to receive, and you're going to fill it up. Let's go over it. For some of the records over here, for some of the URLs, we're going to go through the process so you'll understand exactly what we need from you. You're going to receive from us email address that we opened for you. You're going to receive the details either by email or on a text file, and you're simply going to log into the email and perform your work from over here. The email is already set up with a signature, with the name, so when you compose an email and send your message, you're going to see that the signature is placed in the bottom, there is a name, and all the rest of the information. Let's go through the process for one of the records. We're simply going to copy the first record, put it in our browser, and click enter. In most cases, you're going to see a page that says write for us. This is a blog that allow guest writers to submit blog posts, and they review it and they accept or deny. So this is the page that we see over here. You can see in the URL it says write for us also. There is guidelines, and we are looking for either contact form or an email address. Sure enough, we have an email address over here. We're going to copy it and place it in the email address field, just like that. Now we are going to contact the site owner. Now we're going to use our login name and password. I already logged in, and we're going to send an email to the webmaster. I'm going to compose an email. I'm going to use the email that we put in the Excel sheet. On the left side, you're going to see a folder called templates. I'm going to click on it, Gonna click on the template email, and you're gonna copy everything above the signature. So it's all this section. You will not copy the signature. Click copy, paste it to our email, and name the subject creative writing for your blog, and click send. Now we'll go back to the Excel sheet, and we're going to mark that we sent an email just like that, sent. Your option is going to be sent, error, irrelevant, and other, just like that. So since we sent the email, I'm marking sent on this column, and I can skip to the next one. If the page happened not to open for some reason, then I'm gonna choose error, and I'm gonna put error. If the page is relevant, it's not about the theme style that we're looking for, then we're gonna write over here irrelevant. If there is any other reason, we're gonna write other, come over here and specify exactly what is the reason. Just like that. The theme style of the blogs that you're going to be looking for are going to be specified over here on the right side of the Excel sheet. It's going to be just like that, theme, and then a couple of keywords right underneath. I'm going to erase this record because that was just for example, and I'm just going to grab the second one and we'll take it to the browser. Now obviously you can see that this is not a website, so I'm gonna go back to my Excel sheet and write irrelevant, because I didn't receive any error message, but what came up is irrelevant to my theme style of blogs that I'm looking for. Actually, in the case that we saw right now, it's irrelevant at all because it's not a blog. We'll choose the next record, put it in the browser, click enter. BMJ Careers, they're looking for people to write for them. I'm looking for the email address. I can see it here, here, and all the way down. I'm gonna skim through just to make sure that this page is about guest posts and they're looking for writers. It's very important not just to grab the email address and plug it in the Excel sheet and send an email. May not want somebody to write for him. So I skim through and I can see what type of articles you want to write. I read a little bit. I see that it's about marketing, it's about career, and then all the rest of the information. So in this case, I will grab the email address and plug it in the Excel sheet. You can see that I'm jumping to the third record because that's where we at. This one needs to go away. And then I'm going to my Gmail account. Click compose. I'm going to put the email address. I'm going to copy again my template from the signature up. And write the subject creative writing for your blog. I will make sure that that specific project that we tested and we receive high opening rates and response, I'm gonna make sure to include it right over here, and I'm gonna write email subject right above, so you can simply just copy paste and you don't have to copy it all the time. And over here I'm gonna write options. I'm gonna click send, and the email is on its way. Going back to the Excel sheet, I'm going to grab the next URL and just repeat the process. On some URLs that you're going to visit, you won't find email address, but you will find a form to fill up. If you did find the form, fill up the information and then simply mark over here a form, just like that, by marking the number 1. So we know that we used the form and you didn't send an email. You're still gonna fill up the column C and write sent because you did use the form option, but you didn't send an email. When you are done sending to all the URLs, you're gonna see the Excel sheet is gonna look something like that. You're gonna have all the ones that you send, and it's gonna say sent. Probably a few errors, and the ones that are irrelevant, obviously you're gonna mark them by placing the word irrelevant. Now that we send all the emails, we can take a look on the email platform on Gmail, and we're gonna probably start to get replies. The one that they are rejected, we know already that we're gonna mark 1 under the rejected column. The ones that they are accepted or somebody has a question, we're just gonna mark them and drop them in guest leads, just like this one. So the one that they are accepted, or the one that they are that people reply positively because they have interest or they have a question, they show some interest, then, and here is an example over here of one that I sent back. People are probably gonna send a message something like, send me your content, we will review it late and let you know. So this is a positive reply. I'm gonna go back, click over here and take it to guest leads. That's another folder in your Gmail account, guest leads, and we're gonna see this one over here. That's all you need to do. We have login name and password for this Gmail as well. We're gonna go in probably once a week, and we're gonna check this folder, and we're gonna see how many leads we have over here, and we're gonna write them back. This is the process. That's it. If you have any question, just email us. Thank you for listening.